That means I'm cutting the ties with doubt in my mind and the fear in my eyes. Cold nights turn to long reflections. I can build peace through my own corrections. No love lost, just redirections. Pain at my chest, but it birthed connections. Step with the truth, no need for the cap. Still on my path, no time for the trap. Won't move fast, I'm taking it slow. Seeds don't grow if you rush what you sow. I came from the silence, speak with grace. Shadow and light both share one space. So if you push hate, I won't fight back. I'll move with love, that's how I attack.
And this late at night, yeah, I come alive under the light. Yeah, I come alive when this late at night, yeah.
I'll move with love, that's how I attack.
And this late at night, yeah, I come alive under the light. Yeah, I come alive when this late at night, yeah.
Clock keeps ticking, I'm still in the grind. Storms in my head, but I'm clear in my mind. Faith in the dark, I can see that sign. Every lost road still leads to divine. They said I'll break, I just learned to bend. Dreams don't sleep, they just transcend. Pain on the beat, but it starts to mend. Tell my scars, still sorry I said. When I blow to the stars, same sky, same cold. Heart still pure, don't with this road. Hope in my chest, no fear, no doubt. I whisper to pain till it fades right out. Every tear I drop was a spark in the sky. Has made my flame, now it lights my sky. So if you push me down, I still stand tall. Kindness my weapon, I'm built for it all, yeah.
Ho, man. Welcome back, man. Welcome back to the Road Trip Kingdom Builders, Road Trippers, Akeem and Akatim, brothers and sisters, aunties and uncles, mothers and fathers. That's right, man. Grandmas and grandpas. Oh, yeah, everybody in the house. In-laws. Man, we love you too. That's right, man. Everybody in the house, man. Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings to each and every single one of you, your homes, your dwelling places, where you stay at, man. Your friends, your children, your loved ones, your pets. Those fur nagas, little fur babies. All that stuff that we love in our life. That's right. The stuff that you need, Mishpachah. That's right, man. All right, hallelujah. You ready to read? Are you ready to read or what? I hope so. Uh-oh. There it goes. Oh, boy. Oh. So let's read, man. All praises to the Most High. Dipping in. All praises to the Most High. Abba Yahawah Bahashem Yahawah Shai, man. Honors to the Ruach HaKodesh. That's right. Praises to the Father. Glory to the Son. Honors to the Ruach HaKodesh. My love and my respect goes out to each and every single one of you. You know it, and I'm here with you right now. Describing, man. If you're new to the channel, thanks for riding on the road trip, man. My name is Aharon the Scribe. I'm just out here to read for you. That is pretty much it, man. I got some brothers that can give you some real good meat and potatoes, but I'm just out here just giving the milk and honey. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh, we dipped in, man. Bathed in water, bathed in fire, man. The book of Jubilees is going to be chapter 16 until question mark, all right? So we're going to go ahead and read. All right? You got a few moments if you want to go ahead and get your scrolls out with you. Right now, put them on your lap. Whether you're going to be reading a hard copy, flipping pages with me, or you're going to be on that digital scroll in that phone. It don't matter to me, man. Get these scrolls out. Get these scrolls out. That's right, man. Bring it out. All right. So no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Fellas in the back, please stop making noise. We're about to start reading. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, please sit down. Let's go, family. The book of Jubilees, chapter 16. Let's begin. All right. All right. Chapter 16, and it reads, And on the new moon of the 4th month we appeared unto Abraham and at the oak of Mamre, and we talked with him, and we announced to him that a son would be given to him by Sarah his wife. And Sarah laughed, for she heard that we had spoken these words with Abraham. And we admonished her, and she became afraid and denied, and she had laughed on account of the words. And we told her in the name of her son, as his name is ordained and written in the heavenly tables, Isaac, and that when we return to her at the set time, she will have conceived a son. When we return, you will have already had a boy. All right, and we're telling you what his name is. All right, pay attention. 5, and it reads, And in this month the Most High executed his judgments on Sodom and Gomorrah and Zeboim and all the region of the Jordan, and he burned them with fire and brimstone and destroyed them until this day, even as, lo, I have declared unto you all the works that they are wicked and sinners exceedingly, and that they defile themselves and commit fornication in their flesh and work uncleanness on the earth. And in like manner, Yahawah will execute judgment on the places where they have done according to their uncleanness of the Sodomites, like unto the judgment of Sodom. But Lot we saved, for Yahawah remembered Abraham and set him out from the midst of the overthrow. And right, that's Babel. And he and his daughters committed sin upon the earth, such as had not been on the earth since the day of Adam, right? Adam, until his time. For the man lay with his daughters. What? And behold, it was commanded and engraved concerning all his seed on the heavenly tables to remove them and root them out, and to execute judgment upon them like the judgment of Sodom, and to leave no seed of the man on earth on that day of condemnation. And in this month Abraham moved from Hebron and departed and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur on the mountains of Gerar. And in the middle of the 5th month he moved from there and dwelt at the well of the oath. And in the middle of the 6th month the Most High visited Sarah, and did unto her as he had spoken. And she conceived, and she bore a son in the 3rd month. And in the middle of the month, at the time of which the Most High had spoken to Abraham, on the festival of first fruits of the harvest, Isaac was born. And Abraham circumcised his son on the 8th day, and was the first that was circumcised according to the covenant which was and is ordained forever. And in the 6th year of the 4th week we came to Abraham to the well of the oath, and we appeared unto him as we did told Sarah that we should return to her, and she would have conceived a son. And we returned in the 7th month, and found Sarah with child before us, and we blessed him, and we announced to him all the things which had been decreed concerning him, that he should not die until he should beget 6 sons more, and should see them before he died, but that in Isaac should his name and seed be called, and that all the seed of his sons should be Gentiles, and be reckoned with the Gentiles. But from the sons of Isaac one should become a Kodesh seed, and should not be reckoned among the Gentiles, right? That's Jacob. For he should become the portion of the Most High, and all his seed had fallen into the possession of Yahawah, that it should be unto the Most High a people for his possession above all nations, and that it should become a kingdom and priest and a Kodesh nation. And we went our way, and we announced to Sarah all that we had told him. And they both rejoiced in exceedingly great joy. And he built there an altar to the Most High, who had delivered him, and who was making him rejoice in the land of his sojourning. And he celebrated a festival of joy in this month, 7 days, near to the altar which he had built at the well of the oath. And he built booths for himself and for his servants on the festival. And he was the first to celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles on the earth. And during these 7 days he brought each day to the altar a burnt offering to the Most High, 2 oxen, 2 rams, 7 sheep, 1 he-goat for a sin offering, that he might alone thereby for himself and for his seed. And as a thank offering, 7 rams, 7 kids, 7 sheep, and 7 he-goats, and the first fruit, and the drink offerings, and he burnt all the fat thereof on the altar, a chosen offering unto the Most High for a sweet-smelling savor. And the Most High loves the smell of burning fat. Just letting you guys know, he loves the smell of burning fat. He talks about it all throughout the Old Testament, all throughout the 5 books of Moses, right? The Torah. All right, let's read, man. 24, and it reads, verse 24. And morning and evening he burnt fragrant substances, frankincense and galbanum, and sector, and nard, and myrrh, and spice, and custom. All these 7 he offered, crushed mixed together in equal parts, and pure. And he celebrated his feast during 7 days, rejoicing with all his heart and with all his soul, and he and all those who were in his house. And there was no stranger with him, nor any that was uncircumcised. And he blessed his Creator, who had created him in his generation, for he had created him according to his good pleasure. For he knew and perceived that from him would arise the plant of righteousness for the eternal generations, and from him a Kodesh seed, so that it should become like him who had made all things. And he blessed and rejoiced, and he called the name of this festival the festival of the Most High, a joy acceptable to the Most High Elohim. And we blessed him forever, and all his seed after him throughout all the generations of the earth, because he celebrated this festival in its season according to the testimony of the heavenly tables. For this reason, it is ordained on the heavenly tables concerning Yasharel that they should celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles 7 days with joy, in the 7th month acceptable before the Most High, a statute forever throughout their generations every year. And to this there is no limit of days, for it is ordained forever regarding Yasharel that they should celebrate it and dwell in booths and set wreaths upon their heads and take leafy boughs and willows from the brook. And Abraham took branches of palm trees and the fruit of goodly trees, and every day going around the altar with the branches 7 times a day in the morning, he praised and gave thanks to his Elohim for all things in joy. That's the end of chapter 16. All right, let's continue. Let's get some more of this, family. That's the end of chapter 16. You ready to read some more? All right. This is Shabbat Eve. You better be ready to read a lot today. This is the day we give thanks and praise, man. Yeah, you got 6 days to do whatever you want to do and give 1 day to the Most High, man. No, that's more than fair. You better be ready to read. Let's go. All right, family. Chapter 17, and it reads, And in the first year of the 5th week, Isaac was weaned in his Jubilee, and Abraham made a great banquet in the 3rd month. On the day his son Isaac was weaned, and Ishmael, the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, was before the face of Abraham his father in this place, right? These are the Islamic people. These are the Muslims. And Abraham rejoiced and blessed Yahawah because he had seen his sons and had not died childless. And he remembered the words which he had spoken to him on the day on which Lot had parted from him. And he rejoiced because the Most High had given him seed upon the earth to inherit the earth, and he blessed with all his mouth the Creator of all things. And Sarah saw Ishmael playing and dancing, and Abraham rejoicing with great joy. And she became jealous of Ishmael, and said to Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman would not be heir with my son Isaac. And the thing was grievous to Abraham's sight, because of his maidservant and because of his son, that he should drive them from him. And Yahawah said to Abraham, Let it not be grievous in your sight because of the child, and because of the bondwoman. And all that Sarah has said unto you, hearken to her words, and do them, for in Isaac shall your name and your seed be called. Right? But as for the son of this bondwoman, I will make him a great nation, because he is of your seed. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and took bread and a bottle of water, and placed them at the shoulders of Hagar and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and watched in the wilderness of Beersheba, and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water in the bottle was spent, and the child thirsted, and was not able to go on, and fell down. And his mother took him, and cast him under an olive tree, and went and sat her down over against him, at the distance of a bow shot. For she said, Let me not see the death of my child. And as she said, she wept. And an angel of the Most High, one of the Kodesh ones, said unto her, Why do you weep, Hagar? Arise, take the child, and hold him in your hand. For Yahawah has heard your voice, and has seen the child. And she opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled her bottle with water, and she gave her child to drink. And she arose and went toward the wilderness of Paran. And the child grew and became an anchor, and Yahawah was with him. And his mother took him a wife from among the daughters of Mizraim, and she bore him a son, and she called his name Nebaioth, for she said, The Most High was nigh to me when I called upon him. And it came to pass in the 7th week, in the 1st year thereof, in the 1st month of this Jubilee, on the 12th of this month, there were voices in heaven regarding Abraham, that he was faithful in all that he told him, and that he loved the Most High, and that in every affliction he was faithful. And the prince Latissima came and said before Yahawah, Behold, Abraham loves Isaac his son, and he delights in him above all things else. Bid him offer him as a burnt offering on the altar, and you will see if he do this command, and you will know if he is faithful in everything wherein you do try him. See, that's the instigator. That's the instigator, right? But he beat that task too. 17, and it reads, And the Most High knew that Abraham was faithful in all his afflictions, for he had tried him through his country with famine, and he tried him with the wealth of kings, and he had tried him again through his wife, when she was torn from him, and with circumcision, and had tried him through Ishmael and Hagar, his maidservant, when he had sent them away. And in everything wherein he had tried him, he was found faithful, and his soul was not impatient, and he was not slow to act, for he was faithful and a lover of the Most High Yahawah. That's the end of chapter 17. All right. Let's get 18. Let's do another one. Let's do 18, y'all. All right, let's package it up. All right, you ready? All right, chapter 18, and it reads, And Yahawah said to him, Abraham, Abraham, he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take your beloved son whom you love, even Isaac, and go unto the high country, and offer him on one of the mountains which I will point out unto you. And he rose early in the morning and saddled his ass, and took his 2 young men with him, and Isaac his son, and clave the wood of the burnt offering. And he went to the place on the 3rd day, and he saw the place afar off. And he came to a well of water, and he said to his young men, Abide you here with the ass, and I and the lad shall go yonder. And when we have worshipped, we shall come again to you. And he took the wood of the burnt offering, and laid it on Isaac his son. And he took in his hand the fire and the knife, and they went both of them together to that place. And Isaac said to his father, Father, Father! And he said, Here I am, my son. Here I am, my boy. What's up, man? And he said unto him, Behold the fire and the knife and the wood, but where is the sheep for the burnt offering, father? And he said, Yahawah will provide for himself a sheep for a burnt offering, my son. And he drew near to the place of the mount of Yahawah. And he built an altar, and he placed the wood on the altar, and bound Isaac his son, and placed him on the wood which was upon the altar, and stretched out his hand to take the knife to slay Isaac his son. And I stood before him, and before the prince of Mattisima. And the Most High said, Bid him not to lay his hand on the lad, nor to do anything to him, for I have shown that he fears the Most High. And I called to him from heaven, and said unto him, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, and he was terrified, and said, Behold, here I am. And I said unto him, Lay not your hand upon the lad, neither do you anything to him, for now I have shown that you fear the Most High, and have not withheld your son, your firstborn son, from me. The same way, that's a parallel. That's the same parallel that the Most High did not withhold his firstborn son to save us, the likeness of us. He gave Yahawah his firstborn, right? Just like Abraham gave his firstborn. See? And thus for it was righteous, and it was just that all of the nations would come through this man, all right? Verse 12, let's continue, and it reads, And the prince of Mattisima was put to shame, and Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, a single ram caught by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered it as a burnt offering in the stead of his son. And Abraham called that place, The Most High has seen, so that it is said that in the mount the Most High has seen, that is Mount Zion. And the Most High called Abraham by his name a second time from heaven, and as he caused us to appear, to speak to him in the name of the Most High. And he said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Most High, because you have done this thing, and have not withheld your son, your beloved son, from me, that in blessing I shall bless you, and in multiplying I shall multiply your seed, as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is on the seashore. And your seed will inherit the cities of its enemies, and in your seed will all nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice, and I have shown to all that you are faithful unto me, and all that I have said unto you. Go in peace. See, the Most High was playing a little game in the background. Not a game, but kind of a game. He's playing with the demons. Like, look, oh, you want to test me? The same thing he did with Job. It's a parallel. Oh, you want to come to me? You want to test me? Well, I'm going to show you how good my men are. And that's what he did. So we go through a little strife and trouble just so he can prove and show how strong we are. And we are righteous men and women. We earned and we deserve nothing, but he gives us in grace and mercy the chance to be his children. The adoption of the grafting in of the branches, because we were broken off. 17, let's continue, and it reads, And Abraham went to his young men, and they arose and went together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt in the well of the oath. And he celebrated this festival every year, 7 days with joy, and he called it the festival of the Lord, the Most High, according to the 7 days during which he went and returned in peace. And accordingly has it been ordained and written on the heavenly tables regarding Israel, Yasharel, and its seed, that they should observe this festival 7 days with the joy of festival. And that's the end of chapter 18, all right? And we'll close that, and we'll start at 19. So what, we got 16, 17, and 18? All right, and then we'll start on 19 next time. Okay, that's fine with me, all right? Hallelujah, man. Kingdom builders, road trippers. Thanks for riding along on this road, man. Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings to each and every single one of you, your homes, your dwelling places, your children, your friends, your loved ones, and your pets, man. Little fur nagas. That's right. All praises to the Most High Yahawah, man. And in the meantime, in between time, man, I miss you guys, and I love you. Do something positive for somebody else today. Think safe, be safe, act safe, speak safe. All right? build the kingdom builder. All praises to the Most High. I love you. Yeah.